Hello and welcome to Fight for Blight, Session 24, an iced tomb. Before we get into tonight's session, let's go around the table as we normally do and check in with each of our players and see how their week was. Let's start with you, Cryptilly, since your mic sounds wonderful. How was your week?
My week's been pretty good. Yeah, I don't have any complaints for this week. It's been productive. Work's been decent. Yeah, everything's good.
You say complaints like normally every time I ask you, like you just laundry list a whole bunch of bad stuff, but that's never the case.
That's how I feel like it is. I'm like, yeah, you guys, shit sucks.
Vieric, how was your week?
Everything's been cool. I'm starting off a hell week this week, but things happen.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fun time. I wish I could get into it, but I can't because military things.
Classified special forces. Got it.
Yeah, stupid shit.
Adashi, how was your week?
Hey, yeah, pretty good. Kind of low key. Nothing too much going on.
Still enjoying
Easy
your
peasy.
vacation, right?
I am my unpaid vacation, living it up.
I just remember you mentioning that you had a couple weeks of pretty much like downtime until you started a new job, I believe.
Yeah, it's a fun employment, if you will, until my
An
new
employment
job
break.
starts up. Yeah,
Hey, at least you get to
yeah.
spend
So
time
it's
with
just
the
been,
kids and stuff, right?
yeah, it's been it's been a different kind of job where full time dad life. So, but it's fun. It's I'd prefer that over anything. So it's awesome.
You live in my dream, man. I'm just gonna let you know.
We don't have any kids. We don't even have pets.
Got a couple cats over
And the
here for you.
and the dream is to have three high maintenance kids. Is
I,
that
I,
is that
I
what I'm
want to
hearing?
be a full-time dad. Pia won't let me.
So I used to joke all the time about like, yeah, well, I'm gonna also be a full time dad because I just had this vision of like the kid strapped to my chest and me playing video games the whole time, and it's like nothing like that at all. It's a lot more work than I thought. Like
You
I'm
just don't have the
the
right
days I've done
holsters
it,
then.
I guess the days I've done it, it's like I am so wiped. I'm like more wiped than like any like stressful work day ever. It's like just
No,
constant demands and yeah,
no.
it's a
He's
lot.
like he like loves hanging out with kids. Like kids do not wear him out. They wear me out. The point is, it's not important, but he wants to be a stay-at-home dad. He says it all the time. I'm like, we don't have kids. We don't want kids. We don't even have pets. He can take care of.
Cryptilly, I want to be a stay-at-home dad. All right, well, first we're missing the kids part, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
But May, how was your week?
It was so good. I got to spend like my first like extended time with my nephew because COVID, and they're in Fort Lauderdale, and it was awesome.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, he's like 18 months now.
Awesome.
It was great.
She got back and slept for 14 hours straight.
I slept for 14 hours last night, y'all. I am like I'm good to go.
How?
Well, that's good. Crix, you got a good follow-up for that?
Well, I am on vacation right now, so life is good. Unlimited time to do nothing with, which is a rarity for me.
I wouldn't say unlimited time, but a lot more of it.
Oh yeah,
You realize how fast the day goes by. You're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Then you're like, shit, I didn't get to half the stuff I wanted to do.
but that's fine, because I'm on vacation.
Yes, just push it off till tomorrow.
Exactly.
Nice.
And just Stalin. How was your week?
Nothing too eventful, but over the weekend I got a little bit more proactive trying to engage in my car hunt. So went to a few dealerships to check them out, but it's a work in progress. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully you find one. I heard getting new cars, there's definitely a lot less coming in, and used cars are like through the roof comparatively to normal. But
Yeah, I would never buy brand new, but the prices are pretty high right now for the used for sure.
yeah, I haven't gone car shopping myself. It's just what I've heard in the news and stuff. But good luck to you. Hopefully you find something and it doesn't take you too long. I know it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it can be, but appreciate it. I'll be all right.
All right. Well, on that note, before we get into our story tonight, who would like to take the lead on the recap for that sweet, juicy bonus experience?
So I'd like to take the lead just by saying that I'm going to take my hat off, my invisible one, and then put it back on. That's my recap.
Ooh.
Well, I know exactly how much experience to award that. All of it.
I knew you would appreciate it.
Well, guess I can handle it. Why not?
Go for it.
All right. I believe we started out camping, and fortunately, it was a peaceful night of camping with our watches and everything. But to the northwest, we saw some purple lights. Go figure. We've been seeing lights left and right. So, the next day, we start making our way towards Dire Frost, and we see this overturned carriage. And not only do we see a carriage, but we also see 4 dead high elves. And they have the insignias of Blight and Nesis. And we also found a lockbox, which we thought was familiar because usually a message would be carried with those type lockboxes. However, we opened it up with a key and there was no message. What happened after that? Then we got closer to Dire Frost and we saw the people of Dire Frost and they were chanting. It seemed like some form of uprising. They were saying death to Blight, death to the family. So that was foreboding. We had a little bit of a debate, and we decided not to destroy everybody. So we just kept moving towards the tomb. Got there, used our tents and some rope to rappel down within the tomb. Um, and then our ropes got snatched up mysteriously. And I believe Adashi was the one that detected some form of magic going on. And then we heard this female voice, which was also creepy. And again, we have to prove ourselves. Rocks started falling, demons started flying around, and we don't know what the hell's about to happen. So, yeah.
Anyone want to fill in some other things? But that was pretty good.
So I
Just
hope my
solid.
push to talk was working the whole time.
Hey, what if I would have just went like, "So are you gonna start anytime soon?"
Yo, that has happened before, like
That'd be
before
hilarious.
sessions.
But
It
I
has
wouldn't have
happened.
let you go that long. If you
Thanks.
were actually muted, I would have said something way sooner. Impatient. But that was
I
pretty good.
think, yeah, I think that's just about all the main points. We decided to burn the wagon we found because we thought it might be some sort of trap, and we thought we might investigate what was going on with that later, but we had something else that was more pressing at the moment, which was sort of the same situation we fell into with Dire Frost. We want to do something about it, but not right now. Had to back burner a couple of things.
Yeah, and something that stuck out to me was Vieric finally figured out that the sword did more than one thing. So that was cool.
Hey, you shut up.
He's attuning to it in his own time.
Thank you, Kriggs.
That was mighty fine of you to say.
All right, well, if there's nothing else to add, let's begin our story with this. Continuing on May 9th, year 1101, as each of you see the stone and iced creatures pulling themselves from the walls, the stones clattering against the floor, where you see the ice covering the floor can begin to become a bit splintered. The ice cracking breaks from one side of the room to the next, each giving like a bit of a spiderweb feel. As these stone and ice creatures each make their way towards you, you can see their red eyes moving in. And then I'm going to pull you all to this map.
Remember to target yourself before you roll initiative.
Each of you can place yourselves towards the center of the room.
Don't forget Kitty.
And then
You're
once
right.
you do, go ahead and click your token and roll initiative. With the stone and ice creatures, each extending their wings, they use their claws and talons to pull themselves along the pillars, rotating around before setting their sights to each of you. As they begin to expand their wings and fly towards the center of the room, who do we begin with? It looks like Vieric.
Hey, DM, quick question for you. Since Adachi was reading the carvings on the wall, would I be by the wall? Just full disclosure.
You were just over
Or would
there
I-
for like a brief moment, and most of
Okay,
what
okay.
you were doing was actually firebolting the walls. So I imagined you weren't
so I
going to be
would've
too
been-
close.
Okay, cool. Works for me.
All right, so at the top of the turn order, it looks like we have Vieric.
Yes. Give me a second. I want to figure out which one I want to shoot at. Okay, I'm just gonna try to shoot at the one in the top left, cause why not?
Up in the top left.
Yes.
All right, well, it will be in a little bit of a cover, but you're able to pierce its wing as it flaps just a bit as it extends itself from behind the pillar. Catch a quick glimpse, and the 29 sinks in. However, as the arrow hits the wing, you just see the arrow break in half. The arrow pieces fall to the floor, and only a little bit of the gargoyle wing seems to be affected.
Well, looks like we're gonna have a problem. But so do I just go again since I have a second attack now?
Correct?
Dope. I'm gonna shoot at it again.
Unfortunately, this one is a miss. As you draw back another arrow, the arrow just gets stuck in one of the sconces that are attached to the pillar.
And you're shooting at the one in the top left corner, right?
Yes. And that's gonna end my turn.
It'll bring us to Cryptilli.
I'm gonna take a shot at it with my crossbow.
Fortunately, a 14 is a miss. A 14
No.
does not connect as you pull the trigger on the crossbow. The bolt just gets stuck into the pillar.
I'm gonna look at it and go, next time. Just next time. And I'll end my turn.
Adachi.
I'm going to let's see. Okay, I think we're all good. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at first level at the one Cryptilli and Vieric were shooting.
Got it.
Why did it do that? I don't feel like that rolled right. Shouldn't it be two? Shouldn't it be three? One
You just
D4?
have to keep clicking it.
Oh, okay, okay. And then one more time, I think, because it does 3 missiles.
If you're doing it at second level, it's 4, which is what you're hitting. Just so you know.
I was just gonna do first level.
Okay.
So I think one more. Sorry, I have not cast a spell in. Oh, great, killing it. So 2 plus 5 plus 2 would be 9 force damage.
Yes, and each of the bolts sink in. You can see that the bits of stone crack and fall away from the gargoyle. While effective, you know that the spell you cast can be much more detrimental to the creature. Finger gun's not working as well as it can.
Interesting. Okay. And then
Just meaning like you know it's stronger. It didn't pop off as much as you'd like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I rolled 2 1s on that. Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. And then I think he's gonna keep Little May. He's gonna have Little May do a dodge action, and just kind of look distracting. Thank you. Cool, and that's my turn.
Just Stalin.
Think I'm gonna go with a bit of hit and run tactics.
They are a bit up in the air right now, just so you're aware.
So too high for me to reach.
Yeah. You have plenty of other options, but
Well, I'm just gonna throw a dart at it and run back to where the hell I just came from there.
$21 hits. And as the dart sinks into the talon, you can see the tip of the dart break away, but it does remove some of the stone from the talon as well.
I'll throw another dart and then I'm gonna retreat.
20 hits.
Yeah, poke him in his pinky toe.
And the pinky toe is now gone.
And so am I.
Got it.
That's it.
This one, extending its wings, will swoop down towards you, Cryptilli, and as it does, it'll take one of its talons and attempt to slash you across the chest, and then follow up, trying to sink in with its icy fangs.
You coming at me like that, bro?
First attack is a 17 and a 23.
First attack misses. The second one hits.
You will take 5 points of damage. I just wanted to make sure I had the modifier right. 5 points of damage as it sinks its icy fangs into you, just piercing right into your shoulder.
Damage it is.
This one moves over to you, Vieric, and attempts to do the same thing. Swiping at you with the Talon for a 21 to hit, and then following up with its Icy Fangs for a 16. I believe only the claws hit.
If it matches, you said it hits or it doesn't?
It does.
Okay, both of them hit.
Oh, both hit. Ooh. You will take a total of 10 points of damage as you are slashed across the chest with the talons and then pierced into your right arm with the fangs.
Nice. I'm gonna chuckle and say, that's all you got?
Crix.
Summon my shadow right there, and then I'm gonna move it over to this square. And is it still currently up in the air?
No, it has landed.
Alright, so I'm gonna have my shadow make my first melee attack.
$15 hits.
Then I'm gonna do my second melee attack.
18 will hit. You do have it, are you doing this one from Crix?
No, these are both coming from my shadow,
Okay.
but they're my basic attacks.
The shadow, for the second attack, do a crit chance, just in case, because you do have advantage.
Oh, I thought it rolled twice. Okay.
It did for the first one, but not the second. Nope, close, but just in case.
And that will end my turn for now.
Swiping into its back twice with the glaive, the shadow pulls off quite a decent amount of the stone and ice, leaving these decent gapes into its back. It looks behind, twisting its head almost completely around in a 180 towards the shadow, the eyes glowing red. May, it's your turn.
So I'm aiming for this. I'm aiming for that one, and I hit it with, I imagine, just like perching over just Stalin's shoulder. So it's just right there.
Hello.
And that'll hit. Just Stalin, you hear the wind from the arrow go right by your ear.
And then I'm gonna do it again. I knock a second arrow.
Hey!
Ayo.
Natural 20! Go ahead and let's see that crit damage.
Damn, a
That was
31.
a 31. That is a crazy number.
Oof.
And while the first arrow didn't seem to do as much as you would like, the second one hits the same exact spot and it gets stuck, creating this decent-sized divot in the stone and ice, and it remains there. This is the only arrow that's touched one of these creatures and remained intact. Anything else, May?
No, that's the end of my turn.
This one moves down towards you, Adachi. Oh, and landing in front of you, swiping with the talons and then trying to bite. This is an 8 and a 9. Both missing.
That was a miss and a miss.
This one comes towards you, May. Not much better. A 12 and a 19. I think the 19 hits.
It does, yeah.
And sinking in with the icy fangs, it'll just catch like the edge of your forearm as it does 3 points of damage. And that brings us back to Vieric. Cryptilia, you're up next, and then Adashi, you're to follow.
I just wanted to try this out. Does that mean it works? I don't know how these casting spells things work.
It has to do a strength save, and if it's lower than 12, then your spell works. If it's higher than 12, then your spell doesn't work.
Okay, so it worked then.
Well, you don't know
You
until
don't know.
he rolls it.
Oh, I thought that number. Okay.
It is a pass, though, so I believe that fizzles. I'm not 100% familiar with the spell, but usually it's a pass or fail with the cantrip.
Okay, so is the 6 the damage, or
If he failed rolling less than a 12, then yes, the 6 would be the damage.
okay, so I gotta roll the strength save then.
No, the opponent does that.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Yeah, I'll look that one up so I can see what it says.
It's basically them trying to resist your spell, and they manage to.
Oh, okay. God dang it. All right, well, I'm just gonna shoot with my bow then since I missed.
No. Unfortunately, like, cantrips, you can only use one.
Okay, cool.
Still have movement and a bonus action, though.
I'm gonna move here, and I can still shoot, right?
Hold on, I'm double checking the spell because I want to make sure.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so this is a level 1 conjuration spell. And it's a bonus action. Now, unfortunately, it says the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before this spell ends, a withering mass of thorny vines restrain the creature if must succeed on a strength saving throw, blah blah blah. A large or a larger creature has advantage. While restrained, takes 1d6. Okay. So, what you have to do is you cast the spell, and then essentially you have to land a hit. So you still do have both of your attacks because this is a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna use my attack.
And you don't have advantage, unfortunately.
I didn't mean to.
You actually have disadvantage from being in melee range with a bow. But a 23 still hits. Now I will roll the strength save. And that is a 20, so it'll be successful. Go ahead and roll the damage from your attack. I'm just going to take the first number, 12. The 4 is the extra damage. Got it. You still have another attack.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna step back a bit so I'm not at disadvantage.
Alright, I will take an opportunity attack at you, though, as you take a step back. It's a 13, so that'll miss.
Awesome. So
Now, another bow shot. Unfortunately, a 14 is a miss as it attempts to swipe at you. You maneuver a bit out of the way, almost using your bow to parry, and it just nicks the bow just a bit, which causes the arrow to drift a slight tad off course. It narrowly hits him, but instead sinks into the snowy ceiling above.
all right, and that'll end my turn.
Cryptilli.
All right. Let me see what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to move a little bit. And then I'm going to use this guy.
Oh, you're gonna hex it?
Yes.
Got it.
And then I will use. I'll try this at level 1.
What I do believe with hex you get to knock down like strength,
Sorry.
dexterity, or something on like its saving throws, I believe, or ability checks.
Yep, I was just about to put that in there. So I place a curse on a creature that I can see within range. Until the spell deal, I deal an extra 1d6 whenever I hit it with an attack. We're gonna do disadvantage on which type of
So you would say like
Wisdom.
intelligence, strength, dexterity, wisdom, and those type of checks will be disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't have too many. Let's actually just go with wisdom for this one.
Okay.
I think that'd be the smoothest. Yeah, let's do wisdom. And then I'll cast Toll the Dead cantrip.
All right. Now, I think you will still get like the hex, but out of just curiosity for myself, I don't think that this would classify as a hit.
Okay. Trying to
Like I believe like you actually have to like roll to hit for it to like correspond in, but I'd have to like look into that more.
I'm not 100% sure, but I just assumed that hitting would be if the attack was successful.
The hex ability checks, not saving throws. So that doesn't help me with what I'm asking it. I can't find anything. But let's just see if it even passes the save. That's a 13, so it'll fail. A 12 and a 10. 22 points of damage. Which one? Okay, the one right below you.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was right in my assumption. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit with an attack. Emphasis added on this point. Point is, you have to hit with the attack. That means spells only trigger the damage if they have an attack roll and you hit with that roll. Because people were asking, like, could I combine this with Magic Missile? And since you don't,
Okay.
since you don't roll to hit with Magic Missile, it's an automatic hit. It wouldn't go through.
I assumed it was a hit because they had to do a DC save. You don't have to do any type of save with Magic Missile.
I believe it just falls under the fact of it has to have an attack roll.
Okay.
That's pretty true as well.
Yeah, I'll leave that and we'll table it after the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm seeing right now, but, you know, that's just like 1 or 2 posts, so. Nonetheless, 22 damage is a hell of a lot of damage. You almost killed it. As a good chunk of the ice falls away, you can see where there are slashes where it appears that huge talon marks have swiped through and nearly dismantled this creature once before.
Yes. After I see that hit, I'm gonna use a little bit more of my movement speed, and I'm gonna come to this side of it.
Got it. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. I'll end my turn with that.
Adachi.
Okay, so I'm going to take an opportunity attack and move to here.
Okay. That's a 15. It's still a miss.
That's a miss. And then I'm going to have Little May move to here to give me advantage firing onto the northwest guy. But then I'm going to cast a second level spell. So I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. It's having me roll already. So I think I roll 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So first one's obviously a miss. But I was going to have... So I think the way this works is probably Little May can only give me advantage on the first one.
Correct. Because it's on the next attack.
Yeah. So can I use that advantage on
the
this guy
first
here? Okay. So I'm just going to roll to hit. Well, 13 probably doesn't do it. I'm going to try one more time. This one will not have advantage. Cool. Great.
You still have one more roll. It's 3, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I was going to target my last one to the one fighting Cryptilli.
Okay.
So I'm going to commit to that. Wow.
Unfortunate, my friend.
I love it.
As each of these
6, 8, and 8.
rays of flame extend from the palm of your hand, where the tattoo kind of gathers up, creating a little ball. It almost looks like a dancing light globule. You grab it, and as you extend your hand, it shoots 3 times. Unfortunately, each missing.
And then I think, let's see, that was like 7.5. Adachi's gonna move to go 5, 10, 15, 20, think I can move. Can I move to here? Or is that too much?
Depending on where you go about those movements. Because one will put you in certain ranges.
So I'm kind of on a weird mouse pad right now, so it's hard to do the control click. Dang it. Maybe I should just stay here for now. So I'll move here. And then...
So if you go through this square, that's going to be another attack of opportunity range.
No,
but if
I'd
you go
straight
here...
north, so I think I can only get to here. Yeah, I don't want to take another attack of opportunity, so I'll stay here. And then... Oh, but I guess he already took an attack of opportunity, so I maybe could, but it's fine. Hand off the token. And then I'm going to draw my sword, scimitar, and I'm going to yell out, they have icy fangs, maybe fireworks. Sorry, I suck. And that's my turn.
Just stalling. It's your turn, my friend.
And I'll respond to Adachi. I would say, well, damn, if only I had fire. But I rush in anyway to help Cryptilli. I would like to know, could I use acrobatics check to see if I could melee strike this? To kind of compensate for my short swords or hand-to-hand attacks in the distance?
No, it's on the ground, so now you don't have to worry about like a height difference.
Okay.
But I will add in, I believe that's like acrobatics, because your dexterity is like your modifier. I do believe it kind of adds it into it for the attack roll anyways. So, technically speaking, it adds it for you, but you don't have to worry about it anyways.
Sweet. Alright, so attacking.
Well, a natural 20 for just Stalin as well. Let's see that damage with the short sword. As you strike into it, you find one of the crevices that Cryptilli has already melted the ice away from the necrotic energy, and you deal...
Yeah, that was supposed to be crit damage, right?
Yep, just click the short sword name underneath the 28.
Yeah, I rolled it. It was a 6, but it didn't pop up on the beyond. It didn't pop up on a roll 20.
Just hit the short. Just hit the name for me right there. Right there underneath the 28 in the chat window. It'll roll it for you. There we go.
So soon we forget.
15 points of damage. Ooh, a 6 on the... That's damn near max damage. Sinking the sword into the crevice and pulling down with all your might, it slices into it quite a bit, and as the head turns towards you, the eyes were bright red, growing a bit dimmer and dimmer as the creature cracks, then begins to fall apart into a pile of rubble.
Alright, I'm gonna make my way to help May out now. May, I'm coming.
Yes, brother.
Oh, 22 hits. There's 7 points of damage. Sinking in, your blade kind of ricochets off a bit of the stone, and it catches some of the ice as well. The ice shatters into little bits of pieces, shards laying onto the ground, nearly disappearing from view. You don't feel that this attack was nearly as strong as your first one, nor as it is just normally.
I'll go with using my Fury of Blows.
Okay. 21 hits. The good damage. You punch. It definitely does not feel good. The stone and ice against your hand, it doesn't give way nearly as well as flesh. You hear a couple of cracks in your hand.
And my final unarmed strike.
This one hits as well. 16 is good enough. There's 6 points of damage. And can you give me a Constitution saving throw at advantage, please?
Yikes.
And Cryptilli, can you give me a Wisdom check at advantage? Well, you're in a bit of shock as you just watch this one crumble in front of you. You're unable to notice just Stalin punching away, or it doesn't necessarily register. But just Stalin, you feel another crack in your hand. You feel repeating this process may be very detrimental. You are indeed punching stone and ice.
I'll remember that for my future moves. That's all I can do.
I think it's safe to say with what you put in chat that trees are a little bit more forgiving than stone.
Just a bit.
Okay, well this one... These creatures aren't necessarily the most intelligent, and freaking out a bit, being surrounded not by just, well, manifested creatures, but actual physical ones as well. It will lash out in a bit of an attack. First one going for Little May, and the second one going for the Shadow. The first attack for Little May with the claw is a 17. Minimum damage. Little May might be alive. 3 points of damage. And a 16 towards the Shadow as it swipes with the claws towards Little May and then attempts to bite down into the shadowy figure.
That misses my shadow.
I feel like it still hits, but with it not having an effect, it just kind of like bites air, going still through it, but not doing anything. Is Little May still alive? Oh, he said Burberry. You guys can break him the bad news when he gets back. Crix.
I'm gonna slide right here and make my first attack.
The 21 hits. Nice.
Then my second attack's gonna come from my shadow.
Shadow always better. That's 3 natural 20s. We just need Virik, Adachi, and I think Cryptilli to roll one.
And I think that's gonna do it for my turn.
So Adachi, how many hit points does Little May have? Oh, is he, I don't know. I saw him typing. I thought he was actually back. You said that was it, Crix?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Well, connecting twice pretty well with the glaive, the first attack that you deal gets it to turn towards you, and as it moves, presenting its back towards the shadow gets in a nice strike as well. At this point, the ice falls away, and you see the same that you had seen on the previous. Chunks of stone seems to be slashed through from a large talon. May, it is your turn.
Alright, so I'm going to start off by casting Hunter's Mark. On this motherfucker right here. Sorry, I didn't realize
On the one right in front of you?
Yeah, but I'm going to hit it with a short sword. Is it on the ground or is it
It's on the
flying?
ground.
Okay. So I'm assuming I get to hit it with advantage.
Correct. Hey! Another natural
Yet
20.
another natural 20. So, two-handed... What is it called? Two-handed strike? Two-weapon fighting. How does that factor in with extra attack?
Ooh, I'd have to look that back up.
The way it works is you make your 2 normal attacks with either one of your weapons, and then your two-handed weapon is a bonus action 1 attack. You don't get 2 extra weapon attacks, so you get a total of 3 attacks all day.
Yep.
Okay, and if I used a bonus action to cast a spell?
You can't use it to then make that attack.
Okay, that makes sense. No problem.
You're using your bonus action to do the next hit.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or the third. Because now you have 2 attacks from being level 5. And then when you use the attack action with a light melee weapon you're holding in one hand, you can use your bonus action with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in your other hand. Making sense. I guess you can't hit it and then just swap hands. But that does use your bonus action.
So if I use my bonus action to cast, what is it, Hunter's Mark?
Yes.
So then I can't hit it again with my short sword. Or I can because I have extra attack.
I'm just rechecking. Hunter's Mark is a bonus action, so you wouldn't be able to use your 2-weapon fighting to get that third attack if you use Hunter's Mark. And whenever you hit with the weapon attack, and so yeah, I mean you still get your 2 attacks, but you won't get a third if you use your Hunter's Mark.
Gotcha. Okay. So I did 1 attack, which was a crit.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the 4 on top of the...
Yep.
Yep, okay. And I get 1 more.
Correct.
Heck yeah. Ice Demon. Oh, sorry. It's still at advantage.
Still at
correct?
advantage, yes.
Wrong one.
That's alright. 28 still hits.
No, it was the wrong weapon. That's the longbow.
Oh. Well, 15 still hits.
Okay.
Roll another d6 for the Hunter's Mark. Oh, another 4.
And that's it for my turn.
2 4s on the Hunter's Marks. Seeing you swipe into its brethren, this one will position itself behind you, May, and attempt to attack you from behind. Well, even with having an advantage, does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Hey, that's the only one that I think hits. It's the only one that was in double digits. You'll take 3 points of damage as it sinks in with its icy fangs.
Oh, wow. 3 points.
At this one, we'll be able to sink in 2 attacks. First one is a 20, and the second one is a 22.
Wait, on me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they both hit.
And this will deal a total of 10 points of damage as it sinks into you with the claws and then bites you as well. Not dealing too much to you. Each of you have definitely felt much worse pain in the past. And this seems to be becoming a bit more controllable as we move back to Vieric.
So I'm gonna move over here and then take another shot. It'll be at advantage since Kitty's on the other side, right?
I'll allow it. Wait, you don't get advantage for the ranged. Where'd you go? I don't even see your token anymore.
Where Dashi is.
Yeah, I'm behind Adachi or beside Adachi.
You can't fill the same spot.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna shoot from there then.
$18 hits. You got that second attack? Ooh, and a 29. One off. You almost got the fourth crit. Or the fifth crit.
I'm trying my best.
Still barely hanging on. The ice completely fallen away. You can see it beginning to crack, and it's becoming quite slow in its movements.
Nice. That's gonna end that turn.
Cryptilli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna move my hex to since that first one fell down.
The first one that it was on is dead.
Yep. So that since he died before the spell ended, I'm gonna move it to this one.
Does use your bonus action.
Cool. And I will cast the same thing, Total Dead, on this guy.
Cool beans. Same thing, wisdom checks. These are different than saving throws, just so you know.
No worries. It's all good.
Okay, I just wanted you to be aware. Ugh. I mean, it doesn't matter. That was a natural 1 on the save. Yes! Minimum damage! You pulled a me! I'm not alone.
All good.
It looks a bit annoyed. The loud bell ringing within its head. You can see its head vibrating a bit, bits of ice falling away, but it seems to take very little effect.
Yeah, I'd like to make note that anytime I cast Toll the Dead, I point at the creature with my pinky.
Got it. Is that it for your turn?
That's it for my turn.
Adachi.
Yeah, so Adashi's real mad watching Little May get hit. Even though he kind of left her there tactically just to give Vieric and himself some cover. But with his sword out, the scimitar drawn, he's going to run up and he is going to swing angrily and use his Booming Blade cantrip. So I just need to roll a weapon attack.
You just need to hit. And you're good.
Please.
Because I
Yeah,
doubt that you
please,
can
please.
roll less than how much hit points it has. That's a hit.
19 to hit. For 6 slashing damage.
Sinking your scimitar into it, it slashes, and the rest of the stone, while it was cracking, gives way a bit faster as it falls into a pile of rubble.
And then Adachi is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the other side of this guy. Actually, he's thinking about Crix, and he's going to move here. One more. But he's going to give Crix the opening to... He'll yell to Crix, like, Crix, I got your back to take this one on. Then he'll end his turn.
Just all in.
Furious to see my sister attacked. I want to take this one out right in front of me even more than ever. Definitely sticking with my blades this time around, though.
Another solid hit. The ice begins falling away, revealing bits of the slashes of the talon marks. Nice. Oh, hot damn. Another natural 20. Just Stalin and May on fire tonight. That's
20
two
twin
each.
twin.
Ayo.
I think the here critty critty worked a little. Maybe just suspicion. But another good hit for a decent amount of damage.
Curious to know how much this bastard still has left.
Well, you can see bits of the ice beginning to fall away, and from previous knowledge, you feel that it is getting towards the end of its life. It's
Well,
not
I'll just
looking
yell
well.
at it. I'll yell at it and tell it to fight me if you want to fight someone. And then I'm gonna use a little bit more Kai, and I believe my bonus action that I've never used before could be patient defense. Let's see, how does that work though? Yeah, so I'll take the dodge action with my next turn. Or does that mean I automatically dodge if it attacks me?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and roll me an
in.
intimidation check. You've hit it quite well the past couple of times. I mean, even the 27 was almost another natural 20. The head turns towards you, just Stalin.
Good, that's what I want.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, so I don't see anything on beyond 20 for this, so we'll just know it's dodge for the next one. Next round.
Yep, we just
And I'll
got to
take
keep
the
it
cop
in
point away.
mind. Yep,
Okay,
exactly. Crix, it's your turn, my friend.
I'm gonna move here, and then I'll use my bonus action to use Shadow Swap. Use the rest of my movement to move right here, and then I'm going to attack the gargoyle with my shadow.
I imagine Adachi being super happy that Crix was moving towards, and he's like, yes, exactly what I thought was going to happen is happening, and then the shadow appears, and I mean, let's be honest, this is definitely a lot more spooky than what Crix normally looks like. But max damage? Boom.
Yeah, I think so. And then I'm gonna have my shadow make another attack.
Sinking once in with the glaive, shattering bits of the ice away. Unfortunately, trying to sink in following it with the second attack, unable to find purchase.
And then I am going to have my shadow move back 2 squares. And that will end my turn.
May, it is now your turn.
Alright, so Hunter's Mark still on the one to the south of me. I'm gonna just go for it with my short swords.
Got it.
That hits, presumably.
Yes, but you have advantage. This is gonna crit check.
I forgot.
Alright, 19 hits.
That would be crazy if I got another crit.
It would have been. Go ahead and roll that damage.
And I get to hit it with an extra d6 as well.
Correct.
Alright, so damage. And Hunter's
Nice.
Mark. And then I'm gonna hit it again. With my extra attack.
Got it. Crit check.
Oh, I forgot advantage again, my bad.
Nope, 24 will hit though. 2 more d6s of damage. 1 more for the Hunter's Mark.
Nice.
Damn.
Still holding on though.
That'll be the end of my turn.
The one behind you will continue to attack you, May. I have a 23 and a 22 to hit.
They both hit.
Taking a total of 12 points of damage as it sinks in with the claws and then sinks in with its icy fangs as well. Feel bits of blood dripping from your back. This wound seems to have caused bits more damage than the previous.
Wait, so the intimidation kept him from attacking me? Just
That was
kidding.
the one up top. This one's coming for you now since this is the
Oh,
one you
okay, I was
intimidated.
wondering. I'm like, damn, I did all that for nothing. Gotcha.
These are both 17s to hit. The claws and the bite attack.
To me?
To you, just Solid.
17 meets mine, so that doesn't hit, correct?
It does hit.
It does. Oh, damn.
Yep. You'll take a whopping total of 7 points of damage.
How does the dodge work, though? Does
Oh,
that have to be advantage?
disadvantage, but they're both 17s.
Oh, even with the disadvantage.
Yeah, like they're both 17s, so. And then
Gotcha. How much damage? My bad.
7 points of damage.
Gotcha.
And that's pretty much all you had to worry about.
That's enough.
Bite attack missing. Only the claws sinking in. Vieric. One is almost another near pile of rubble, and another is looking fairly healthy.
So I'm gonna go for the healthier looking one. I'm gonna move here and shoot at it.
That'll hit. Nice. Another arrow sinking in and then breaking away as the arrow tip connects to the stone and ice body, dealing a decent amount of damage to it as bits of ice and stone fall away from the creature.
Alright, that's gonna be it.
Cryptilli.
Right. Are these two gargoyles within 5 feet of each other?
No. They're about 10 foot away.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is move here. And I'll be like, hey, ugly, let me touch your forehead.
Ugh. Unfortunately, a 12 is a miss.
Oh.
Oh, but luckily, Nyx is right there.
Roll again.
Got advantage.
Use it.
You don't have to.
You do have to.
You better.
No, you don't have to.
There we go.
That'll play. That one is down. Reduced to yet a third pile of rubble. Only one of these iced and stone creatures remain.
Yay. I moved my hex to that guy.
Got it.
And I will move here. Yeah.
Perfect. Adashi.
Okay, so I don't realizing he left a gap if he didn't need to. Dashi's gonna move into the flank with May, and then I took the Warcaster feat. So do I still need to drop my scimitar to cast a cantrip, or okay? So I would have disadvantage because it's a ranged cantrip, but with May's advantage, I'll just cast normally. Is that track?
Ranged attacks don't get you advantage from flanking.
Oh, okay, even if I'm close. Okay, never mind. Well, in that case, I will not drop my scimitar, and I'm just going to swing at him with advantage. Did it roll?
I haven't seen anything yet.
No. Okay. It did the dice animation. Let me try one more time. I don't know.
You broke it in it.
Yeah, it keeps showing me like to roll the dice, and I roll them, and then it doesn't do anything. 1 second. Um,
You guys rolled too many crits too fast. It made Adachi stop being able to play.
oh, it's like my roll 20 crashed on me. Cool, 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 cool. That's awesome.
Cool.
That's weird because it was showing everything. I mean, if you want to move on.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll-
it's got a few turns before it goes again.
yeah.
That's your family, so
I'll.
Just say you defer.
Sorry.
I'm assuming you were just gonna
To-
booming blade it.
Yeah, and then well, yeah, yeah, if it loads, that's what I'll do. And then he was going to take an opportunity attack and kind of run out of his range so he could cast a cantrip next turn. So if you just want to go ahead and resolve that while I get my roll 20 to work, I'll roll to see if I actually hit
We
him,
had 21 to
Once
hit
I-
you
and I'll just take it.
for 8 points of damage.
Can't get the 3. Cool.
That was
fine.
my highest damage I've rolled on this attack.
My dice luck is real bad this session. It's fine.
To be fair, I've kind of been right there with you, buddy.
Yeah, but I will randomly roll a booming blade once I get this to work.
Okay,
Unless he's
just
already
on,
dead.
what are you doing? Is it-
Slapping something in the mouth.
Adachi definitely won't kill it, but we'll save your attack roll. Alright. Only this one remains.
I believe this would be 20 feet of movement. Yep. And who is this? This is Nyx, right? So I get
Yep.
advantage with Nyx.
Correct.
All right, 2 attacks it is.
$23 hits. Sword sinks in for a decent amount of damage. You pull it back out from the ice and slash in yet again. 23 hitting again. No, actually, this
Apparently I love
23
23.
this 23 misses. The other one was good though. For 8 points of damage.
Jordan.
This is when you guys can begin to see the ice beginning to crack as you shave it down bit by bit.
I'll stay put and I just yell, finish him
23
off!
23 hits, Adachi. Roll me damage, Adachi, please. And if that's the end of your turn, just Stalin, it'll move us to Crix.
That's all I can do.
Gonna move my shadow right there and start attacking.
Got it. That'll play. An 8 or 19.
Then I'll make my second attack.
That'll play as well, 17. And, oh, I thought it was another 9 points, but this one's a 6.
And that will do it for this.
The ice beginning to fall away, revealing yet more talon scrapes and scratches through the stone. May, it's your turn.
I'm gonna hit it with the short sword.
And
Another
I
crit.
think you're cheating at this point.
Okay.
I'm really not. It's all.
All in the
The
dice.
odds
What's that? Like your third or fourth one? Third.
Yeah, I think it's my third.
But yes, another natural 20. Go ahead and roll the damage. Well done. 9 overall.
Also, I have Hunter's Mark on it.
You had Hunter's Mark on the one to the south.
Right, but when that dies, I get to choose the next victim.
Okay. You hadn't said anything, so I was just leaving it there at the moment.
Yeah, so I get to choose the next victim, and it's this guy. Because it was also the only guy at the time.
Mm-hmm. Believe you get to double that as well.
Oh, I get to double it because of
Well, it rolled twice for you already.
Oh, perfect.
You got one more
Right?
attack. The ice falling as it cracks away, bit by bit, revealing more and more. Not a natural 20, but a unnatural one, I guess you could say. And Hunter's Mark. Got it.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Well, May, this one's been going at you so far, so it'll continue to do so. I have a 21 and a 23.
Yeah, they both hit.
Ooh, big lucks on the damage. That'll be 15 points of damage overall. Sinking into you quite deeply with the claws, and then the icy fangs sink all the way down, just missing your neck completely. Sinks down into your shoulders, but does not seem to pierce your esophagus.
May is on her last legs, y'all.
And she's already only got 2. Virik, it's your turn.
Okay, I want to move over here and pull out Silverwind, and I'm gonna try to attack it with Silverwind.
That'll hit.
So it's supposed to be short sword damage +2. So how do I do that?
I believe it's a D6 +2.
Okay.
But you will also add your modifiers to it if you've got like a dexterity.
Okay, that's for damage 2?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
So a d6 +6.
Should be, yeah. And the blade, as it hits the first time, you feel for the first time that you've actually created a significant amount of damage. It seems to sink in effortlessly, unlike the arrows that you were shooting before.
Maybe I should have let Uncle Nubian take care of this.
Just for a quick reference, does this fall into the Fiend or the other categories that it gets the bonus 1d6 damage on?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Unfortunately, the 14 misses Virik.
Alright, I figured. So that's gonna be it.
Cryptilli?
I guess I shall move here and then toll the dead again.
All right. Oh, this one was the closest one to saving. Oh, yours is only a 14? Never mind, it did save. Rolled a 15.
That's okay. Let me try it again.
You only
I
get one.
advantage.
No.
Huh?
He says not a melee attack.
Ah, sad face.
And unfortunately, you can only cast one cantrip.
I thought I got the advantage off the Hex. It's all good.
Nope, it's a save, not a check.
Got it.
Did it roll with disadvantage for the save?
That's what I was. What? I'm very confused.
No, so if it's hexed, it has disadvantage on like ability checks, not saving throws.
Oh, I thought it was saves. That's my bad. Never mind. I withdraw my comment.
Yep, that's why I was saying before on the first one, just so you know, this is just like it only does checks, and you're like, yep, that's good.
Word. What would constitute as a check? Because I don't think I have any that are.
So, for an example, if it may be able to be combined, theoretically speaking, with Viric's spell, where when it gets hit, it has to make like a saving throw.
An easier example of it would
for
be...
the check against the grapple.
Yeah, that's the example I was going to use. If I was grappling it and you had put it on strength, then it would have disadvantage on getting out of that grapple.
Yep. But if that's the end of your turn, we move to Adachi.
Okay.
Yeah, Adashi's gonna move here, and then he's gonna try to firebolt it.
.24 hits.
Six fire damage.
And as it connects, the last bits of ice fall away, turning to water, and then the cracks of stone as it falls into the fourth pile of rubble.
Did it look like the fire would have been more effective if Adachi had been able to hit any of them with it earlier? Just
No idea.
maybe he hit some. Okay. No worries.
You would have known just from how it was looking that it was just too close to being turned to rubble that you're just unsure.
Cool.
It had 1 hit point left. Just so you know, most of them that you guys left alive had 1 hit point left.
Can Adachi go to the nearest gargoyle and inspect the talon marks?
Sure.
Unless, sorry, someone.
You can give me an investigation check, but this will be at disadvantage now that they are turned to rubble.
Oh.
May would like to cast Cure Wounds on herself.
If I notice, or I mean, if Adachi notices that the gargoyles are kind of, it's hard to decipher, could he ask for help from someone, like from Cryptilli? Or do you want me just to roll with disadvantage?
You can ask for help, but whomever is helping has to be proficient in that category.
I was trying to roleplay to get that guidance cantrip that I think Cryptilli has.
Well, then go for it.
You better ask.
Cryptilli, it seems there were some kind of marks on these gargoyles. Could you help me check this out?
I guess. and I'll look over at the gargoyle, and I'll approach Adashi and put my hand on his shoulder and cast guidance.
Cool. And then I'm going to roll with disadvantage. Beautiful.
At least they were both kind of low, and the other one wasn't like a natural 20.
All right, an 8. I don't see. It's probably, I think Vieric probably, or just Stalin was punching it really hard. So it's probably just marks from his punches. You might want to go check out his fist, Cryptily.
Yeah. I'll check out the. Uh, um, I don't know what just Stalin was thinking. Punching rocks seems very foolish. Foolish. And I'll look at the gargoyle and see if I can tell what any of the markings are.
Go ahead and try to give me an investigation check at disadvantage as well. Two
Oh,
19s.
Nice.
Unfortunately, with them being in rubble, you're not sure which goes where. But from having a little bit high of an intelligence, and being up close to what they were, the markings looked that to be from a large creature with talons.
Um, would it seem like they were made from a creature with talons, or if they were just got into a scuffle with a creature with talons?
It looked as if they were in a scuffle. The eyes seemed to have filled the gaps.
Okay, cool. Um, as I also look over my fam, I'm gonna sit down and start muttering words to myself, talking about weakness and doing better. And I will start the ritual for prayer of healing, as my family would know I'd be doing.
Well, that'll take 10 minutes. Does anyone have anything else that they'd like to do during that time frame?
I'd like to just take a look at these. Do we know these are like entrances or doors or something that are frozen over around the room, or?
That's what they appeared to be, yes.
And they do look like frozen over, not just like closed entrances.
Like there is a blockade of ice that blocks the path.
Okay. Could I inspect it to see if I can tell how thick this ice is,
Yes,
or
you can.
guesstimate at it?
Um, Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Comparing visibility through it and clarity. Yeah, estimating somewhere between 3 to 5 foot thick.
That's gonna take a lot of cantrips.
While each of you are waiting for Kreptili to finish the prayer of healing and restoring um, a bit of hit points and wrapping up a bit of your wounds as well, each of you hear a voice. A choice to cold and dismay. Wherever you go, blood must spill. To the south, a choice of frozen lands and also bones of past. Which path will you choose?
Is that said before my time is up or after?
It'll just be during, but until the response is given, nothing will happen. So after your prayer of healing goes off, restoring 14 HP to anybody who is missing any, we'll go ahead and take a small 5-minute break before each of you contemplate which path to follow next.
Be right back.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Back. And we're back with more Fight for Blight. As Cryptili's prayer of healing goes off, curing a bit of each of your wounds as you see the skin stitch itself back together and tighten from those gapes of flesh ripped apart from the talons and the fangs of these creatures begin to heal over bit by bit. For anyone missing any HP while this goes off, you can go ahead and restore 14 hit points. May had also healed herself as well with Cure Wounds, so that'll add on to that as well. However, it does seem that a choice is to be made.
No, she said to make a choice, but she only gave us a descriptor hint for the south?
Yeah, I
And
thought
the
that
north.
was weird. I thought
Oh, what was
Oh.
the hint for the north? I don't think I heard that one.
Cold in a life of dismay.
And the south was ice and bones.
Correct.
I guess whoever's buried here doesn't like the east and the west.
That or they could be the easy roads, and that's why they weren't mentioned.
I have a feeling there are no easy roads here.
Yeah, but
Um,
I feel like those might be easier than the others, but hey, we can put it to a vote.
Hey guys, just wanted to point out. I don't know if you heard what Crips and I were talking about, but there she found talon marks on these stone statues. It looks like maybe something else attacked it. I don't know, May or Virik, you guys are better with nature kind of stuff. I mean, do you have any idea what could have caused these? I mean, we might not be alone down here. Is just what I was thinking.
Well, I mean, we're definitely not alone down here. Our aunt's been whispering in our ear.
Right? Yeah, definitely some non-living stuff keeping us company, but I don't know. So what if something found its way down here?
Yeah, in terms of like living things, like what can I assess from the tracks?
The only tracks that you find about the area, May, are the ones that you've created.
Now, would we all have noticed these things slowly regenerating?
What things?
No, that was us regenerating.
Oh, okay. I misheard then. I thought the gargoyles were slowly putting themselves back together.
Oh, no, that was, the 14 hit points was from, well, I mean, unless Cryptili are healing the creatures too, but I doubted it.
Heck no.
Never mind, I just misheard.
But I would like to investigate these pillars, or do they look like something that spins?
No, they are actually just pillars. But you can go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I just rolled it.
All right. Looking it over, other than the two sconces that are on the pillar, you do not find anything else of note. It's just made of this nice, smooth stone. Bits of ice are formed to it as well. But it just seems to be a very well-crafted structure.
I also want to check the body right beside me to see if I can find any of my darts. They might have been broken, but I want to check
will
anyway.
find 50% of the ones that you threw, so you can find one.
So one. Gotcha.
Can Adachi check out around the west path and just kind of see if there's any kind of hint at what might be over there?
Yep. And then after I move on from the pillar, I'm gonna check that out with them.
Like maybe looking at some of those like wall carvings and see if there's some kind of hint about what could be on the other side of that ice wall.
With the wall carvings in mind, there doesn't seem to be any sort of hint. But while you try to peer through, the ice is so thick it just and you're unsure of what could lie beyond the wall.
And if Adachi kind of he doesn't want to shoot a firebolt, but just kind of like, has a firebolt like ready in his hand and just kind of gets the flame close to the ice, does it act like normal ice? It kind of starts to melt, or
No, it
does it
does
seem
not.
different?
The ice stays
I
formed.
get Yeah, Adachi would just look to Cryptilli and say, I think this ice is under some kind of magic. I'm not detecting magic right now, but I could take 10 minutes just to see what's still magical left in the room.
Yeah, you might want to go ahead and do that, little brother. And I'll check around the edges to see if there's anything that would produce more fire than the sconces, like on the pillars or on the wall.
And Adachi will start focusing on detect magic.
Okay. Cryptilli, the only thing that would give light in the area is the sconces that are on the pillars. Well, and the torch that's laid out and towards the center of the room as well. That Crix had throw down. But if nothing else for the 10 minutes.
Yeah, my only thing as he's doing that is I'm just gonna check over the bodies to see if they have anything on them.
Unfortunately, from looking over them before, trying to figure out like the talon markings, you know they're just piles of rubble.
And all the ropes are gone. Everything that we came down with.
Nope,
when
they're
we
still
fell down.
dangling above. They're about
Okay.
5 foot off the ground, but the ceiling is closed.
Ah, the ceiling's closed. Gotcha. Convenient.
Adachi, you will detect magic, and if I'm not mistaken, you detect adjuration.
And is it coming from these ice walls? Like if I move away, does it get, if I do like a game of hot and cold, literally, does it like?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. And if Adachi moves around the room, it's just the walls he's detecting magic on right now?
Yep.
Yes, I guess Adachi would just kind of meet back up with Crips and say, yeah, it looks like just the ice is magical. I mean, just guessing. Probably once we give a choice, our ancestor probably opens one of the walls and that's it. I mean, we can try busting through one on our own. I've got, some fire spells prepared today, but my magic's not doing too hot so far.
So I mentally communicate with the sword, right?
That's how you'd like to think about it, yeah.
Cause I'm thinking maybe old Uncle Nuvi got something for us. So I'm gonna hold it up, and in my mind I'm gonna say, Uncle Nuvi, and which path should we choose?
Doesn't matter. They're all the same.
All right, so south we go.
Only Silvera likes to play these games.
Well, everybody, it seems like all the paths are the same, so we're just picking a door. I say we go south.
I second that.
Yeah, I was thinking, I mean, we're looking for our ancestors' bones, right? So that's the only one that mentioned bones.
Yeah. So
Sorry, before we move on though, I mean, I don't know if you all saw, but I lost little May. I could take an hour and get her back if we need a scout, or if we just want to use Crix's shadow for time. I mean, I'm fine either way.
Also, how are each of one of you feeling? I sense a little weakness in most of you.
I feel just okay.
I feel perfectly fine.
If we need to rest
Uh,
here for a while, we can.
I say we rest.
At least for a short duration. I know I could use it.
you mean like a short rest, brother?
You could call it a short rest. Yes.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think that's necessary. Um, we can sit for an hour, maybe have a drink to raise our spirits, and continue on.
That would do for me.
I don't know if we need a drink in this situation.
You might need to, but seeing you get hit like that definitely makes me want to take a swig.
So we can sit and wait a couple hours while Adachi summons Little May.
Just as a reminder, 8 hours for the short rest, guys.
Yeah, we're not gonna do a short rest. I don't think we've only been down here for what, like maybe an hour.
Not even. Combat doesn't take
Yeah.
too long. It's relatively been minutes. Well, with the detect magic and stuff going off, maybe about 30 now.
Okay, I was reading something completely wrong then. It was on Roll20. It said a short rest was like 1 hour or longer.
That's normally correct. However,
Yeah.
we do gritty here.
Ah, gotcha. I was wondering. Okay. Well, scratch
It's
the
a
short
variant
rest.
rule, but normally you are correct.
Gotcha. All right.
And
So Adachi summon Little May. We'll rest here for an hour or two and then we'll get to going.
Sounds good. Adachi gets out his bongos and starts burning his incense and doing his weird chant. And we're all in a really tight room that is fully closed in, so it's really echoey and probably super annoying.
And practically the floors and walls are all made of ice, so it's definitely echoing quite a bit.
as he's playing the bongos, and I set off my prayer of healing twice, I'm gonna ask Vic if he wants to swig now.
Yeah, on second thought, I'll take that swig, please.
I grabbed mine a long time ago.
And for the record, we're not getting wasted. We're literally just sipping
Yeah,
wine.
yeah.
That's it.
All right. So after the other prayer of healing goes off, and a couple sips of wine, which way are you each going?
We're all going south.
So as the ice wall seems to just fade, melting, the water touching the ground and then dissipating, see a path extends down to the south a little bit, wraps towards the western direction. However, it continues down to the south before turning towards the east.
We got Little May back, right? Yeah, there she is. So Adachi, you want to send Little May to do her thing?
Yes, sir. And Adachi's gonna look through Little May's eyes, and he's gonna send her down this hallway. And he's gonna telepathically tell her, "Whatever you do, don't stop moving." And she goes, and she says, "Oh, can't go anymore." And so then she heads back. And then we'll go down, let's see. Oh yeah, we got plenty of space. 120 feet. So she's gonna go all the way down here.
Okay, give me a perception check.
And that would be an advantage, I believe.
Correct.
It's actually a 20 because
The ice seems a bit thinner in this location, but the path down towards the east does still meet a ice wall.
So as Little May's coming back, Adashi kind of comes out of the trance and goes, so both have ice, but it does seem like the ice at the lower one's thinner. I can, try to melt it.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
So Adashi's gonna come here.
Move one by one, bud.
And he's... Oh, okay.
Hold on, everyone go back. Everyone go back.
Okie dokie. 1.
Okay, hold.
Single file. Single file.
Can the three of you give me a dexterity saving throw? Adashi, as you step forward, you hear the ice crack beneath your foot a bit before it feels the floor sinks just a tad. As the room fills with a acid like material, each of you feel this splash upon you, but being able to maneuver yourself out of the way, each of you will only take 6 points of damage before this acid goop recedes into the ground and dissipates.
Which one of you stepped on something?
Probably Adashi.
And then before you see a seems to be a pressure plate. Well observed. After the ice has been cracked away.
I guess it was under the ice. Ouch. Kind of hurt.
I'm gonna summon my shadow right next to me.
Can each of you give me a dexterity saving?
Really?
Unfortunately, you summon your shadow on another pressure plate.
Does his shadow have weight?
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
Oh, okay.
Adashi, you will take 5 points of damage. The rest of you will take 10.
Okay. Let's go back the way we
Alright.
came. Make sure you retrace your steps.
If Adashi looks at the pressure plate he stepped on, does it look like it's fully pressed, like depressed, or does it?
It looks like it has reset.
Cool.
But while you're taking a look at it, you can
Adachi
go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Yeah, see if you can
Okey-dokey.
detect it. Does it look any different from the regular floor?
Taking a look at that, and then quite easily noticing 2 other pressure plates still under ice.
Cool. Um. So all of the floor is under ice.
Correct.
Adachi is going to stay put, and he's going to firebolt work. Can I roll a raw intelligence check to see like if casting a firebolt on a piece of ice would be enough to trigger like a a pressure plate? Oh, I guess maybe it would. I'm just trying to think like since he studied the one next to him, would he know if that would like removing the ice on top of it, would that trigger it, or is it looking for the weight on top? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you would know that you're looking for the weight. That will
Okay.
take 10 minutes, just FYI, but I'm sure you're willing to wait the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit until he defrosts the door.
So I think Adashi's just gonna go one by one and kind of melt the ice, like starting in this corner and kind of working down the hallway that he can see. So he'll do those three and kind of just firebolt each one to see if he sees a pressure plate.
Do not see any.
Okay, and then he'll have he will also. It seems like that wall's probably not big enough for one. He's gonna firebolt this one too, just to be safe. And he'll
Nothing.
firebolt over here just to be safe.
Nothing.
So then he's going to move to here. And then he's gonna very gingerly step right here.
You good?
And then he will, actually he's gonna step back one. And then he's gonna firebolt this guy. And kind of work down the hall to see if he sees anything.
You do not find anything else.
Okay, he's going to call little May down and just ask her to do like one flyby to see if she notices anything. Could I roll a perception check?
You already have, and you didn't notice anything.
Got it. Okay. So Adashi's
The
gonna
uncover traps, you
then,
have to do investigation.
Got it. Okay. So Adashi's going to very gingerly kind of go all the way up, just tile by tile. Maybe when he gets here, can I roll an investigation to see if I see any other kind of different type of trap near the door?
Yes, you can. Nope.
Looks clear.
It's all clear, bud. Just
then
go ahead and
Adashi's
touch
gonna
it.
Go right here. I don't think he wants to touch it.
I think Adachi does.
No
pressure.
And he'll move to the square right in front of it. He doesn't want to touch it yet because he doesn't want to trigger like opening it because he knows we all got hit by that acid twice. And assuming that works, Adachi will then make his way back to the group, step by step. Oh, not little May. Then he will just tell everyone. Okay, so it looks like the pressure points were hidden under ice. I think I found them all. I was able to get all the way to the ice wall without triggering another trap. So and I'll kind of point out how Little May kind of like hover over and be like, oh, if you see where Little May's hovering, those are where the pressure points are. So if you just kind of stay on this wall to the east, you should be safe. Let's just go single file, and I think we'll be okay.
Cool. Has it been 10 minutes?
Yeah. He was moving. Adachi was moving quite slow. I'd imagine him taking a bit of time.
Okay, so if you guys want, I can go melt the wall by myself and just let you guys know what Little May sees. And Adachi's gonna start doing that. So he's going.
Yeah,
But I'm
that
gonna
sounds
be on my
good.
tiptoes for this one. And I'm gonna try
Hugging
to
this
sneak,
wall.
even though I know it's been bad for me.
sidestepping the whole way.
I think you have to roll at a
I think he's gonna stay.
disadvantage there, bud.
Not anymore. I got a breastplate,
That's heavy armor.
but it doesn't have disadvantage on stealth.
I find that a little shocking, if that's actually correct.
It is very shocking. It's not heavy. It's medium, but it doesn't have disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, okay. It's because it's medium. I thought it was heavy.
Yes.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna send my shadow down this corridor here, off to our left. Just trying to set off any traps if there are any. So if it doesn't set any off, I'll just bring it. I'll just dispel it once it gets to the end.
All right.
And once Adashi's down here, he's going to just shoot a firebolt at the wall and see what happens.
It immediately falls away.
And he's going to say, Little May, you're up. Just remember, don't stop for anything. Because I forgot Little May has flyby and doesn't incur attacks of opportunity if she runs away. Would have been helpful early.
So, with the wall falling away, the first thing you will notice is that there is ice along the floor. However, it is not a bit clear, as the ice you've been walking across in the hall appears to be stained red with blood.
Cool. So sorry, Adashi's kind of looking through Little May right now. And before he does that, he would say, Cryptilli, just watch my back. And then he'll have Little May kind of fly around the room, starting to the north. And then, the whole room's revealed. Can I roll a perception for Little May to see if there's anything interesting that she spots?
There's bones.
Okay, that's the only thing that would be. Got it. So then Adachi will call Little May back. How long? Oh, it's been. Adachi will come out of his trance and look back at Cryptilli and say, "It's a really big room. Looks like it's filled with ice stained with blood, so that's a good sign. And there's a lot of bones in there. If you want, I mean, if we think it's smart, I could take 10 minutes and do another detect magic before we go in the room, just to see what we see. But I mean, I feel like we've done this before, and what happens is normally a door closes on us and a bunch of dead things pop up."
Seems about right. We can see if there's anything other than necrotic energy coming from it, but I doubt it. Hopefully, our siblings join us soon.
Yeah, I guess Adachi will just take 10 minutes and just kind of focus on detect magic one more time before going in the room. As we wait for our siblings to join us, and Adachi will kind of scoot a little bit closer.
Yep.
So there's room for our.
As he's doing that, I'll take 10 to make sure Dashi's fully healed, because I have no idea how much health this guy has.
Oh, I'm good. Your last prayer got me up. 26 HP, baby.
Good deal.
Big money.
I truly appreciate you two and your pathfinding skills. I definitely couldn't do such myself.
after
Must be
detect magic
completely
goes
ignored
off,
you.
you will sense adjuration and necromancy.
Okay, so Cryptillia, I'm definitely sensing the necromancy, and abjuration, which I believe is the same magic from the ice. So, um, and then noticing that the rest of the family's there, I'll say, so I think what's gonna happen is probably we're gonna walk in there. Once we're all in there, the ice door is probably gonna pop back up, and then we're gonna have a bunch of dead things fight. So I guess if there's anything you guys want to do to prep, probably we do it now.
Sounds about right. That was the wrong one that I clicked on. I'm gonna cast aid on Crix, myself, and just Stalin.
Thanks, sister.
What's aid do?
Plus
Wait, that's
5
not
max
the.
HP.
It is the +5, though.
It gives us +5 of our max HP and our current HP. So if you're at 40, now you're at 45.
And that didn't affect Adachi, right?
No.
Yep. Okay. Just making sure. And then Adachi will say, I can enter first, or one of you guys want to.
Oh, I'll definitely go before you. um,
Can we not use any more shadows or unseen servants to test the ground?
as I'm walking in, I'm gonna see if there's any big rocks.
There are none.
Damn it. I'm gonna
If no
walk
one
in
else
and say,
follow.
okay,
Okay.
TT, let's see what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow in as closely as I can, but I think with this hallway, it's too narrow for me to get around anybody.
Yeah, it's pretty tight knit.
Yeah, that's why I moved. I was like, I'm holding everybody up, so.
I'll just wait for y'all to enter the safety room. It's totally safes. Nothing to fear. Crix?
Well, I'm in the middle of the line. I can't move in. Oh, my map might not be updating right.
I have you right here.
One second. My Roll20 crashed.
Yeah, I was about to say, you might have a super delay.
I can't
I was
spring the
showing
trap
everybody
until
still.
everyone's inside.
It's not that I didn't want to go in. I thought everybody else was still out.
Waiting on you, Brody.
Okay, I'm in now. Sorry about that. I didn't realize my game had crashed.
So as Crix steps in, each of you hear a voice. Boo! And then a slight giggle. And then that's it. Everything goes quiet.
That's creepy as shit.
I'm gonna rub my crescent moon sigil, and I'm gonna say good one, and then I'm gonna start examining these bones.
If my detect magic is still up, is
How
there
so?
like a place where I'm sensing the necromancy magic?
from the entire room. Same with the adjuration.
I'm gonna be looking at the bones for first anything that resembles something of our family, and second for any magic that might be coming off of them individually.
Yeah, I
For
would
the
like to also
magic, you're
investigate Annabelle.
unsure, because the whole room is filled. And the other than that, I just need you to be more specific on how you're going about examining them. You just looking them over? You digging them up out of the ice?
From the ice, I'm not gonna. I don't necessarily want to touch them because personally, I don't like to disturb bones. Um, but I do want to like get as close as I can to the ice, and just see if I can tell if there's any like gold on them, family sigils, crest colors, stuff like that.
Are there any bones above the ice, or are all the bones below the ice?
They're above and below. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Cryptilly.
And for the record, I'm just with Cryptilly right now, also looking and trying to play it safe based on her wisdom.
Okay. You can give me a perception check as well. The rest of you?
Are there any skulls that are above the ice? Do I need to roll
Yes,
a check for that?
quite a few. You see 4 in the room. This one
Ar-
seems quite large.
Alright, I'm gonna go to this large one's skull that's above the ice and just try to shatter it with my glaive.
Um, as you look over at Cryptilly, you'll notice that these seem somewhat humanoid, but quite a large, like, you'll notice that there's quite a large amount still hidden beneath the ice. It seems that these are nearly twice the size of a normal elf or human. Crix, go ahead and give me an attack roll at advantage.
If I'll wait till you say.
Does that hit the non moving object on the floor?
Yes, it does. Can each of you go ahead and roll me initiative as Crix strikes this head, and as it does, the glaive gets stuck into the skull as the bones begin to piece themselves together, bit by
As
bit.
as Crix does that, I'm gonna look over and you're gonna see me like almost start to tear up, and then I'm like just gonna pull out my crossbow.
My plan was sound, my execution was poor.
No, I get it. I support it, and I'm very sad about it at the same time.
I was hoping if I could destroy its skull, maybe it wouldn't get up and try to kill me.
And his friends.
I mean, we were expecting a fight in here anyway, right?
Oh, of course.
One way or another. True enough.
Okay, so at the top of the turn order, we have just Stalin. Round 1, these
Oh,
large
shit.
skeletons have begun to piece themselves together bit by bit, and as they do, you see this armor begin to form over it as well. It seems to be somewhat of a solid object, but Adachi, you know that this is indeed a spell. Mage armor, to be precise.
So to be sure, nothing is forming in between me and Cryptilli right now. It's just these two entities.
At the moment, yep.
At the moment. Alright. Just gonna move here and throw a dart, play it safe, because I don't know what the hell is going on.
A 13 will hit.
I'm actually surprised.
And the dart sticks in to one of the bones, and as it does, it seems to have very little effect. But you can see that it has done a little bit of damage.
And I'm not sure if I should be like my brother right now and strike this body that's beside us. So I'm gonna ask Cryptilli, sister, what should I do? Should we try to destroy these remains here, or leave them be in peace?
Do as you wish. I will only fight those that fight me.
Damn it, that's not the answer I wanted. Enough. I'll leave them in peace then for now. Lest they arise. That's my entire move.
So, with the one that you just struck, you see bits of the bone fall away. These creatures seem to be very brittle. Taking a little bit of a movement over towards you, Cryptilli, you see it raise its arms into the sky, and as it does, it seems that each of the bones begin to extend just a little bit as it falls face first into the ground. As it does, the bones shatter, smacking each of you in the face. Within 10 foot. So I will need a hold on, just double checking. I will need a dexterity saving throw from Cryptilli. I think just on you're just out of range, and then I'll need one from Adachi and Little May.
Even though Little May's like flying.
Yeah, it says you're still within 10 foot.
Wait, what kind of save?
Dex save.
Nice.
Nice.
And Little May has a +1 dex, so 17.
Each of you take a total of 6 bludgeoning damage as the bones batter against each of you, some of them falling right just before you just fall in. And they hit each of you so hard, you almost lose your balance before regaining your footing. Then the bones start to shake, then pull, snapping one by one back together before the creature reforms.
You said 5 or 6. Sorry.
6, I believe it was. I can double check.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6. Adachi.
So Is he wearing armor?
That's what it appears to be.
So for the purposes of if I was to cast Shocking Grasp on him, would I have advantage if he's wearing armor made of metal?
From the looks of it, it looks to be metal, but you know it's not. You know this is a spell.
Oh, the armor is like magical. Okay. I just from the picture it looks like normal armor. So okay.
That's what you're seeing.
Cool. Yeah, I guess Adashi's going to what to do? I didn't think you'd pop it right next to me.
Get that advantage.
Yeah, that probably makes the most sense. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna move here. So, and then I'm gonna use advantage to cast Shocking Grasp with it. The flank to cast this with advantage.
That'll
Does that
hit.
24 hit?
Yes, it does.
So he
9
takes
points.
9 points of lightning damage. And then I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go back 1, 2, 3 away.
Alright, it will attempt to attack.
With Shocking Grasp, it can't take reactions until the start of its next. If it's
Oh,
hit.
that's right. Lucky you.
I mean, I picked that one because I wanted to get the hell away. And then Adachi will yell out, "The armor's not real. It's magical. It looks like mage armor." And that's his turn.
May, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna just do longbow on this buddy.
Okay. That hits. 20 of the arrow sinks in. Appears to pierce the leather armor it's encased in and sticks into one of the bones.
And then I'm gonna hit it again with the longbow.
Another hit. 23. Got it?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, it was sinking 2 arrows into this creature. Becomes Crix's turn.
I'm gonna summon my shadow behind it, and then I'm gonna have my shadow make my basic attacks.
Got it? 14 hits. Got it. And the 13 hits.
Sorry, that should be a... Oh wait, no, I didn't roll it at advantage, did it? No, it should be
Oh, the 13 is... That's your damage.
Yeah, I accidentally rolled damage twice, so
Yep.
the 10 didn't count.
The 13 didn't either. That's your damage.
Oh, I thought I rolled a second attack. Okay, never
I did
mind.
too. I just figured it since it was a 13. That kind of made sense, but... Alright, that'll hit. And I'll take the 13.
That works. Don't pay attention to that then.
Okay. It was a
And-
14.
No, that's fine. I'm fine with the 13. I rolled that. And then I'm going to use one charge of Shadow's Wrath to let my Shadow make another attack.
Nice. That'll hit. 24.
And that will end my turn.
Got it.
Noise.
This one will do the same thing. As you see bits of the bones fall away, it'll extend its hands to the sky, expanding and then crashing down to the ground. Need a dexterity saving throw from Crix in the Shadow.
The first one is mine, the second one's my shadow. That's the way I'll always do it.
Unfortunately, they're both fails. And that will be 20 points of damage. As the bones begin to reform and as the creature stands, it will then move to here. Vieric, it's your turn. Wait, how are you? Cryptilli, I need to put you back in order, but for whatever reason, your 10 came up in the last spot. I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's all good. No worries.
I don't know. Maybe I hit descending too quick for you. But you'll go next. Or actually, Cryptilli, just go now before Vera goes.
Okay, that makes sense. What I will do from here is do a little rope-a-dope. I'm gonna just stay close to this guy, being like, "Hey, yo, ugly."
You see the jaw move, but no words come out. It seems to understand, but cannot communicate.
Hey, that didn't do.
Alright, well, I know I need to make a charisma save, but I'm not sure for what.
Yeah, I did cast on, but it didn't put it. I'm gonna cast Bane.
Alright, well, it fails. It's a -2.
Oh yeah, the other one has to do it as well.
30 foot, yep. That one's a pass. That is a 16. It's really hard to get real high with this, I'll say. Charisma save was definitely a way to go.
Yeah, all good. And as my bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word. I think that's it. Or is it?
Unfortunately, because Bane is a leveled spell, you cannot do Healing Ward. Only one leveled spell per turn. I know it's a bonus action, but it's a leveled spell and a cantrip is all you can do.
Okay. Cool. Well, in that case,
Sorry, I know it sucks. I'd make the same mistake all the time, and I've been playing clerics for a good bit. But yeah, it sucks.
yeah, all good. In that case, I will yell at the one at the bottom, and let him know that his bones are hanging out, and then I'll end my turn.
All right, Vera, go ahead. I guess the heir to the throne left.
Oh, nah, I'm here. I rolled.
Okay. All right, there it is. 24. Which one are you hitting?
Oh, the green one. My bad.
Got it.
The green air one.
Yeah, that one.
Definitely greener.
24 hits. 27 will hit as well. Decent amount of damage.
And that's gonna end my turn.
Just Stalin, you're up.
I'm conflicted, but based on the fact that Cryptilli did taunt the one to the south a bit, I want one of these two to go out as quickly as possible, so I'm going to attack to the south.
Cryptilli's gonna mutter to herself, "Wiser than ever, brother."
And I would imagine this gives me advantage based on where Crix is.
Yep, sure does. And it was needed. 26 to hit. 18 hits as well. Nice chunks of damage.
And I'll go all out with my flurry of blows as well.
Got it. Another key point spent. I believe that's 2 remaining. The 24 hits, and so does the 23. Dealing a nice bit of damage. Can you go ahead and roll me a con save at advantage? Hitting the bone is not quite as damaging as hitting the stone, but you definitely feel that if you would have continued to punch the stone, you could have perhaps broken a hand or a foot.
Makes sense.
You still feel the pain, but it's not nearly as bad. Maybe a slight sprain. Anything else for your turn?
That's all I can do without getting struck at with disengaging.
The one at the top. Move to here, and as it does, we'll yet do another belly flop into the ground. Can each of you give me another dexterity saving throw? Cryptilli, not you, May. Sorry. Cryptilli, you fail. Adashi, you pass. Cryptilli, you'll take 21 points of damage. Adashi, you'll take 10.
Yeah, let's make sure his thing is being subtracted by 4, whatever you roll, or a D4.
It's for attacks, and this is not an attack. And it's not, he's not rolling a saving throw, you are. Unfortunate. It's kind of just like think of it, I guess, like as a spell, if you will. But as it reforms and takes its stance before each of you yet again, Cryptilli, it is your turn. did forget to mention, as it began to move, more bones fell from the creature.
Okay. Guess I shall try a level 3 spell and cast Vampiric Touch.
Hot damn. So you will regain the equal amount of healing. So you'll gain 15 hit points as you deal 15. Correct?
It's half the damage in healing.
Oh, half. So since it's rounded up, you'll get 8.
Sorry, creep.
Oh, good. That was a good call.
However, with Vampiric Touch, if I remember the spell correctly, because it's concentration, as long as you can remain concentrating on it, you don't have to roll an attack if you wish to use it again. It'll just like kind of sink in, and you can just roll the damage. It'll still take your action, but like it says, until the spell ends, you can make the attack again on each of your turns as an action. But I do believe it's still just connected at the point.
All right.
If I remember that correctly. I could be very wrong, so don't hold me to that if that's wrong, but that's how I remember it. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Adashi.
Suck. I love the two spellcasters are to try to solo or duo this awesome creature. Cool. So Adashi's going to drop his shield. He's going to activate his Blade Song, which basically just gives him his shield bonus back, but he gets an extra 10 feet of movement and advantage on dexterity checks, and some con bonuses. So then he's going to move forward 1, 2, 3, 4, back to where he was, and he's going to do the same thing, and then let's try to cast Shocking Grasp with advantage.
If you're looking for advantage, you actually have to be one spot over to the right. Has to go through the center completely, and not be like poking out.
Yes, I will do that. Let me move him back.
No problem.
So
18 will
18 hit. So big damage, 4 whopping damage.
Big damage.
But then Adachi, so I've moved 1, 2, 3. I've moved 20 feet. I still have 20 feet of movement. I think Adashi's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And
Got it.
that is his turn.
May, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go for short swords.
Got it. That'll hit. Dealing 8 points of damage as you sink your short sword into this creature to the south. .26 hits as well. .6 points of damage. You begin to still batter bones away bit by bit. Creature seems to be fairly weakened.
And then I'm gonna move a little bit of ways.
All right, that will be an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And as it extends its arm, slashing down into the bloody ice below, it misses with a 13. Is that the end of your turn, May?
Yes.
Crix.
I'll use my bonus action to summon my shadow there. Then I'm going to start making my attacks coming from me.
Got it? Ooh. Didn't, I mean, with the advantage, you rolled out a 1, so that might pay off for you. 24 hits. Nice.
Then I'll make my second attack.
An 18, that'll hit as well.
Is it?
It is. It is still standing. You can hear the bones cracking. You can see them falling apart.
Then I will use another charge of Shadow's Wrath to have my shadow attack.
Got it? That's a miss.
Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, that's gonna do it.
As it turns towards you, Crix, and begins to swing its claws towards you, extending the hand, you see the bones falling apart bit by bit, and it falls to the ground, motionless. A pile of bones remains where it was once standing, however, lifeless, motionless, non-threatening. Vieric.
Alright, I'm gonna turn my aim to the other one and shoot my arrows.
.21 hits. 1 arrow. 12 damage. Second attack. Piercing it twice with the arrows, you see that you're chipping away the bones bit by bit, and as it does, it seems to be becoming more and more brittle.
And that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Alright, I know we're a bit over our time, but this will be over within a few attacks, I believe. Justalin, go ahead.
Multitasking at the moment, but I'm scoping it out. 1 second. This is going to be the most Ka I've ever used, but I'm going to move into a position across from Cryptilli.
.21 hits. For 10 points of damage, and then the second short sword swing is a 21, hitting again for 6 points. Breaking the bones bit by bit as you slash into it, piercing in past its armor. You see the bones falling away bit by bit. "26 hits.
And I believe I can disengage with the Fury of Blows because I know I'm gonna end up wounding myself by striking too
You
many
gotta hit
times
it one more
unarmed.
time, though.
Okay, and then I can do it.
Yep. And 4 hits. 24 for 9 points.
And then I'll disengage.
End of your
That's it.
turn.
End of my turn.
Cryptilli, what's your AC?
18.
Can you roll me a d4? As it attempts to expand itself, it doesn't seem to have the capability of pulling off the same maneuver, and instead it attempts. Oh shit! I didn't think you were gonna make it. But that's enough. It reduces it to a 16, and then the other is a 13. So as it swings towards you, you see the energy from the Bane make it kind of crunch just a bit as its skeletal frame pulls in, and as it slashes towards you, the claws are unable to hit. It's your turn.
I'm gonna keep the.
Well, you rolled a natural 20, so go ahead and roll me the damage. Fuck, what is it? I need 66, I believe. Yeah. Roll me 66. All right,
Now
so
that's a number.
you'll heal 13. As you pull what little life remains from this skeletal creature, your wounds heal up a bit before the bones fall one by one to the blood-stained ice floor below. Alright, well, I thought it might take more than just one turn, but thanks, Cryptilli, for rolling a natural 20 and wrapping this up much sooner than I anticipated. But then with that, that will be the end of tonight's session, as each of you clear another room in this ice tomb and continue making your way through the area. Hope with that, each of you have a good night, and we'll see what is in store for you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.